Hold up, before you spend $50,000 on a new SUV, you need to watch this video. What if I told you that you could buy an SUV that will run longer than most people keep their marriages and do it for less than $10,000? I'm talking about vehicles that can hit 500,000 miles. That's like driving from New York to Los Angeles 167 times. Most people think their car is done at 200,000 miles, but these SUVs, they're just getting warmed up. Before we dive in, let's talk about why this matters right now. The average new SUV costs over $45,000. That's more than most people make in a year. Monthly payments are hitting $700 or more, and that's if you have good credit. But here's the crazy part. Most of these new SUVs won't last nearly as long as the ones I'm about to show you. I've talked to mechanics, looked through thousands of repair records, and found real owners who've pushed these vehicles to the limit. Let's start with something fancy, the Lexus GX470. This isn't just any luxury SUV, it's basically a Toyota Land Cruiser wearing a tuxedo. Under the hood, it's got a 4.7-liter V8 engine that's tougher than your grandma's Christmas fruitcake. Owners regularly report these hitting 300,000 miles with no problems, and many keep going past 500,000. Just last week, I talked to Mike in Texas, who's got 425,000 miles on his GX470, and he says it still runs like new. The inside of the GX470 feels like a fancy hotel room on wheels. The seats are super comfortable, everything's covered in nice leather, and it's quieter than a library. But here's the best part. While a new luxury SUV costs $75,000 or more, you can find these for under $10,000. I found one with 200,000 miles for $9,000, and it's got another 300,000 miles left in it. Easy. Sure, the air suspension can be tricky. It's like having fancy air mattresses holding up your car, but here's a secret. Spend $900 to convert it to regular springs, and you'll never worry about it again. The only real downside is gas mileage, about 15 miles per gallon, but that's the cost of driving a tank that never dies. Next up is the Chevrolet Tahoe, and this thing is America's favorite family hauler for good reason. Its 5.3-liter V8 engine is built like a brick house. Sarah, a soccer mom from Ohio, just passed 380,000 miles in her Tahoe, and she says it still pulls her 6,000-pound camper like it's nothing. The Tahoe can seat 9 people and all their stuff. Plus, it can tow 8,000 pounds. That's like pulling 4 compact cars at once. Just avoid the 2015 model year. It had more problems than a math textbook. Found one for $9,500 with 220,000 miles, and the owner says it's never needed more than basic maintenance. The Honda CR-V is next, and it's like the marathon runner of SUVs. Its 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine might not sound impressive, but these things run forever. John, a delivery driver in Chicago, has put 440,000 miles on his CR-V doing daily routes. Total repairs in all that time? Less than $3,000. The CR-V's interior is super practical. You can fold the seats a million different ways. Found a 2010 model with 100,000 miles for $8,500. The previous owner kept every service record. It's like having a complete medical history for your car. Just watch those 2015 models with the CVT transmission. They can be trouble. The Toyota Highlander might not look exciting, but it's like a superhero in disguise. Its 3.5-liter V6 engine just keeps going and going. Maria in Florida bought hers new in 2008, and now it's got 392,000 miles on it. She says it's never left her stranded, not even once. You can find good ones with under 100,000 miles for just under $10,000. Want something sporty? The Acura RDX is your answer. Think of it as a Honda CR-V that went to finishing school. The 3.5-liter V6 engine is smoother than butter, and it's actually fun to drive. Found a 2014 model with 150,000 miles for under $10,000. The owner says it still drives like new and has never needed major repairs. Here's a surprise: the Buick Encore. I know, nobody thinks Buick when they think reliable, but this little SUV is full of surprises. It's perfect for city driving, great on gas, and built better than people think. Just avoid the 2013 to 2015 models. They were still working out the bugs. Found a 2017 model for $9,900, and it's got every option you could want. Last but not least, the Infiniti FX. This is for people who want something sporty but practical. It's got the same engine as the Nissan 350Z sports car, but it's been living a cleaner life. Most sports cars get beaten up by wannabe racers, but these FXs have been living easy lives with families. Found a 2009 model with that sweet VQ engine, over 300 horsepower, for under $8,000. Here's something most YouTubers won't tell you. These SUVs aren't just reliable, they're actually getting cheaper. While new car prices keep going up, these proven warriors keep dropping in price. I talked to Steve, a used car dealer for 30 years, and he says he's never seen better deals on reliable SUVs. Let me share some real numbers. The average repair cost for a new SUV in the first 5 years is about $3,000. But these old school champions, owners report spending less than that over 200,000 miles. That's because they're simpler. Fewer computers means fewer things to break. Here's what really matters when you're buying one of these high mileage heroes. First, always get a vehicle history report. It's like a report card for cars. Look for regular oil changes every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. If the previous owner changed oil regularly, they probably took care of everything else too. Second, look for cold start videos. A good engine should start instantly and run smoothly even after sitting overnight. Weird noises or smoke? That's like your car telling you it's not feeling well. Also, check the transmission fluid. It should be clean and smell sweet, not burnt. Third, these SUVs are so popular that there are huge online communities for each one. Join these groups before you buy. Owners share amazing tips like where to find the cheapest parts and which mechanics really know these vehicles. I'm talking about saving thousands of dollars over the life of your SUV. Let me give you a real example. Tom from Michigan bought a Lexus GX470 with 220,000 miles for $8,000. He joined an online group and learned about the air suspension issue. Instead of paying the dealer $2,500 to fix it, another member showed him how to do the spring conversion for $900. That's like getting paid $1,600 just for being part of a community. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these bulletproof SUVs would you choose? Have you owned any of them? Drop a comment below, especially if you've got one with crazy high miles. Here's what we've learned. You don't need to spend a fortune to get a reliable SUV. All these vehicles prove that with good maintenance, the right model can run practically forever. Remember what Mike the mechanic told me? These SUVs were built in an era when things were made to last. Modern SUVs might have fancier features, but they'll never match the durability of these classics. If this video helped you find your next reliable SUV, smash that like button harder than a Tahoe towing a battleship. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to see more videos about cars that last forever. Next week, we'll break down exactly how much money you can save buying one of these instead of a new SUV. Remember, the best SUV isn't the one with the fanciest features. It's the one that's still running when your kids have kids of their own.